To start off, we're going to cover our odds of flopping a set, not including quads with a hand such as threes. Now we're going to cover the quads component toward the end of the video. And the second component of this video is going to cover how it changes when someone folds, mucks, or exposes one of our outs, such as this 8-3 offsuit hand here, which is very good in blackjack, but not so good in poker. So let's go ahead and start off with, we have a pair of threes, and there's 52 cards in the deck. And we can subtract 2 threes, which gives us 50 cards. And we want to know what our odds of flopping a set are. Well, the first question we have to ask is how many different ways can we flop a set? And one way is 3-0-0. Another way is nothing, 3-0. And a third way is 0-0-3. So there's 3 different ways, and they're going to be the same probability. So we're going to add up the probability of each one. And let's take a look at the first component, the 3-0-0. Well, the 3 part is basically 2 divided by 50, and those are the 2 threes that we could flop a set with. The second component is the nothing component, which is going to be 48 out of 49. We got to remember to subtract the 3 because we're assuming that we've already flopped the set. And then the third component is going to be 47 out of 48, which is basically the third nothing component. So we take out another card there, so we'll take out the deuce. And if we multiply the 2 times 48 times 47, that comes out to 4,512. And if we multiply the bottom numbers, 50 times 49 times 48, then it comes out to 117,600. And if we divide those numbers together, we get 3.84%. So of the 3 different ways we can flop a set, one of the ways adds up to 3.84%. Now, these other 2 ways that we can flop a set, if you'll notice that the top numbers, the 2, 48, and 47, just get switched around, and the bottom numbers, the 50, 49, 48, stay the same. So the 2, 48, 47 get switched around. So if we want to take a shortcut, basically these numbers are all going to be, or the fractions are all going to be the same. They're all going to be 3.84%. So what we can do is we multiply that times 3, and that gives us a total of 11.51%, which is our odds of flopping a set. Now if we take the inverse of 0.1151, that comes out to 1 chance in approximately 8.69 or 8.7 attempts. And of course this is not including quads. Now let's take a look at the second component of this question we have here, and that is how our odds change when someone folds, mucks, exposes a hand with one of our outs, such as let's say 8-3 offsuit, and that's what we use for the example here. Well, we had 52 cards, and we subtract the 4 cards, the 2 that we have in our hand, the 2 threes, and the 2 exposed cards, and now we only 1 in 48 can make a set. That's the 3 of spades in this case. So we got to do a bunch of math to figure out where we're at. Well, I explained most of the math in the first one, so in this one we're just going to start out with the equation here. Look at how many different ways we can flop a set. Well, there's a 3-0-0, 0-3-0, and 0-0-3. For the first component, the 3-0-0, we have these fractions here. And we're going to multiply the top numbers, 1 times 47 times 46, which comes out to 2,162. We multiply the bottom numbers together, 48, 47 times 46, that comes out to 103,776. We divide that fraction, that gives us a total of 2.8%. And we're going to add the second component, the 0-3-0. And the second component, I'm going to save you some trouble and just put the numbers down there. That is 2.08%. And then we look at the third component, which we're going to add, the 0-3. That is, I'm going to save some work here and just put down the math there. That's also 2.8%. We're just switching these numbers around here, the components, but it's basically the same fraction, and we get a total of 6.25%. We take the inverse of that, and we have a total of 1 chance in approximately 16 attempts. So let's say we had a pair of 3s, and somebody got upset that they got dealt 8-3 offsuit, and there's a raise, and we were debating whether or not to call. Our odds significantly go down. Now, that's not factoring, of course, what range and how much equity our hand would have against specific ranges. But in a multi-way, if it was a multi-way pot, you pretty much need to hit a set or maybe re-raise, or depending on the situation. Now let's take a look at the odds of flopping quads, or what about flopping quads? Let's start with the first component here. There's going to be 2 and 50 times 1 and 49th times 48, because that's one way out of 3 we can flop quads. That comes out to multiply 2 times 1 times 48 is 96. 50 times 48 times 49 is 117,600. Comes out to 0.08%, so a really low number. And the second component we will add there is basically switching the top numbers around, keep the bottom numbers the same. That's the second way you can make quads. It's also 0.08%. And the third component, which we'll add, is also 0.08%. That gives us a total of 0.24%, which is approximately, if you do the inverse, 1 chance in 408.3. Now, if we want to add, figure out what the odds of either flopping a set or flopping quads combined are, we can combine these two percentages here, the 11.51 and the 0.24, and that gives us 11.75%. And if we do the inverse of that, the odds of either flopping a set or quads come out to approximately 1 in 8.5 times, and that's how you do the math on that. Thank you for watching.